to see what there is to see here. Doing a bit of a speed test to see if our internet's working good. There we go. All right. We're gonna go get ourselves a Coke, then we'll drive up the pass. I don't think it's gonna be light by the time we get up there, so it's not gonna do us any good. You can see the alpenglow. There we go. Okay. I'm liking what I see so far. Mostly Coloradans right now. All right. We'll just keep on keeping on. Keep on driving. Boy, all right. What have we got? Beautiful Continental Divide. Welcome aboard. We are going to Winter Park Ski Area. We're just driving. Not super exciting. I was flying earlier today, but can't be doing that right now because the sun's going down. So just kind of testing out the system I've got here. Testing out the internet. I've got using a Starlink internet. This is actually really spotty service for cell phones right here because we're in the Rockies, Colorado Rockies, driving up towards Berthoud Pass. So I'm just gonna, the sun's setting. I think it's gonna be mostly set by the time we come around the corner. You can see the mountains are still nicely illuminated. You'll kind of zoom in on those as we come around this corner here and you'll see them illuminate. Here come the mountains right there. Those things are, that's a 13,000 foot peak right there. And there's a one that's close to 13,000, James Peak. And that's the Continental Divide right there. Corona Pass. We'll be driving by Winter Park Ski Area. We'll go up Berthoud Pass. I don't know if we'll go to the top or not. It's starting to get, it'll be getting dark once the sun goes down here, obviously. Nice spring day. It's 39 degrees in the Colorado Rockies. I'll take it. That's got, that peak right there has the High Lonesome Trail running across it. Hey there, how's it going, everybody? I was flying earlier today. I go up and do a live stream from the airplane, but right now I'm just driving up in the Colorado Rockies, going up towards Berthoud Pass. You can see Perry Peak ahead. That's a 13,000 foot peak. I've been up there a few times. Beautiful day for it. Really nice sunset up there on the alpenglow. You can see I'm in shadow down here in the valley. And there is Winter Park Ski Area. It's closed for the day. Closes about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yep, so it's been closed for 3 hours now. But the sun's starting to set later and later, thankfully for the spring. Just loving that. Kind of, yeah, let's zoom in on the mountains there. Pretty. I love that peak. Still in the alpenglow. Beautiful day for it. Typically, I'm just testing out a device that I've got hooked up this phone to Starlink. Typically, the phone doesn't work very well here, so if I was on a cell signal, wouldn't be picking anything up. This is Winter Park. So Winter Park, Colorado. This is the beginning of what will be called Berthoud Pass. That's the Continental Divide ahead of you. Mount Neva, I think it's Flora, Mount Neva, possibly right there. We're just driving down, headed towards the top of the pass, which is up at 11,000 feet. So 11,300 feet is when it tops out. So if you're driving to Denver, you'll see these mountains just past the Winter Park ski area. Not sure if you can still hear me or not, but just going down the road. Hey there. Just driving up Berthoud Pass. Just past the ski area, Winter Park ski area. And it's closed. It's been closed for a few hours. I was talking about the spring. We've got 37 degrees, which right now is actually pretty warm. Polar Express. No Polar Express here. Is that even a real thing? There is a train that goes down to Denver. It's called the Moffett. It goes through the Moffett Tunnel. It's the Winter Park ski train. It might be one of the only ski trains in America. You can get on it downtown Denver, ride up here, go skiing, and then it takes you back home in the afternoon. It's pretty cool. Gotta watch for the rocks, that's for sure. Springtime in the Rockies can get pretty gnarly. The cold and the thaw and the freeze cycles knock the rocks loose and they roll down the mountain. So if you see that patch right there straight ahead, that white patch of trees was blown down by a really strong wind gusts one night. Thousands of acres of trees got uprooted. We had a huge easterly wind, which is very unusual direction for it to come from, and knocked those trees. Howdy, the 42. Good to see ya. See you later. Going to the top of this pass. Testing out the Starlink. Seems to work pretty dang good. I've got full signal. I don't know how quick, but it doesn't look like it's giving me any dropouts, so happy about that. Appreciate the views. Thumbs up. This is just a test. I'm not really doing this for anything other than just to kind of see how things work, but seems to be doing pretty well so far. I'll come to a stop up here and change the orientation to instead of vertical, we'll do a side-to-side orientation. That should work pretty good. This is the very bottom. Call it the bottom switchback. So most mountain passes, I think all mountain passes, have what are called hairpin turns, which are these 180-degree changes in direction. It's like doing a U-turn. They go up. It's kind of like a zigzag pattern up the pass. That's what we're doing right now. I got lots of snow still this time of the year. We got a huge amount of snow this winter. So it turned out to be quite an intense amount of snow. I think we're well over 100%. I think we're 125 last I checked. I don't even know where we're at. So here's the first hairpin. You can see we're changing directions. So we were headed to the south, and now we're headed back north up a pretty steep pitch. So those cars ahead are actually quite a bit above this vehicle. Moonlight, you're a state over, Utah or Kansas, or New Mexico or Wyoming. It could be any one of them. This is the first climb officially on the pass. You can see the sun is definitely set, and now even just the very top of the peaks right now is actually in sunlight. But New Mexico, all right, been to New Mexico, that's a pretty state. You can see the snow is melting. The roads are wet because it's been pretty warm during the day. Given that it's springtime, it's really starting to melt the snow tremendously, but that'll give us a big runoff. The creeks are going to be swollen, the rivers, and since Denver will be stealing our water, so most of it will go to the Front Range, unfortunately. So, but just kind of going up here, that sunset color of the sky is just so pretty when you see it here. You can, right as we come across here, you're going to start to see the remnants of the Rocky Mountain Continental Divide. There it is. Beautiful day for it today. Really pretty day. Okay, so here comes another switchback. This one's going to turn us back towards the south. See, as we're coming around this corner here, see the dirty snow, and you'll see ski tracks. Those people coming down out of the trees there, they do backcountry skiing. There's a sign that was buried in the snow. You can just barely see it peeking out of the top. There's Mount Neva. Nice view of the Continental Divide there. All right. Go ahead like that. Just slowly making our way up to the top. This pass in the springtime is when the locals get a little bit crazy, get a little stir crazy, and once the pass dries off, the snow's kind of melted, the locals start to drive a little bit nuts. So it can be can be a little dicey up here. Guys going 90 miles an hour now. I would never admit to doing such a thing. That'd just be crazy. But this is a really cool pass to drive over. You can see we're probably at about 10,000 feet now, maybe a little higher. So still an enormous amount of snow up in the trees and on top of the mountains. I'd say there's probably a good 4 or 5 feet of snow in spots on the ground. Wherever there's brown dirt on the snow, it melts much quicker. So like here, where they plow the snow and plow dirt onto it, you'll see there's a brown patch on the right here. It's where a snow blower blew it, and there's actually a avalanche spot right here. You can see the tree line ends ahead here. That's called timberline. So in any alpine environment, you get high enough, the trees can no longer grow. And so there's like a well-defined portion of the mountain above which you only have pretty much just a high mountain tundra, and that's called timberline. And it's pretty prevalent throughout the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. There's some more where it's white there, no trees, it's timberline. So it's not sure what the elevation is particularly, but it starts up probably above 11, right around 11.5 in Colorado. And in Alaska, because it's so far north, timberline starts at a lot lower elevation above sea level. So timberline in Alaska is more like 3,000 feet, just because there's the latitude makes up for the altitude. It's so far north. That's Miners Peak right there with all those radio towers on top. That's a 12,004 peak. That's right above the pass, the very top of the pass. I've actually driven a big old propane truck up at the top of that thing. So